I can see it now. Same-sex couples run to the altar over fears of the Supreme Court ruling. On June 26, 2015, the U.S. Supreme Court struck down all state bans on same-sex marriages, legalizing it all in 50 states, and required states to honor all out-of-state sex marriages and license in this case of Obrigero versus Hodges. This was the most monumental case in the year 2015, giving people the right to marry whoever they want, no matter the gender, sex, or pronouns. Some pros of this act that when it was established was it didn't deny people the option to marry who they wanted to because it was very discriminatory. They saw that it was discriminatory and it created a second class hand to citizens, and these same couples, sex couples, should have access to the same benefits enjoyed by heterosexual married couples. Another pro was that legal marriage is a secular institution that should be limited by religious objections to same-sex marriage, and they wanted that not to be continued for the next generation, and they wanted it to not be something based off somebody's religion preference, because all religions aren't the same, and they just based it off of the Christianity's beliefs. And when it comes to cons, I simply don't have any cons about this community because I myself is in this community, and I see no wrong in what we're doing and what they're doing, and honestly, it's just we want to be happy, and they want to be happy with themselves, just as heterosexual couples are with themselves. In the conclusion of all these facts and everything, you never see any of these laws or acts regarding these heterosexual couples. You never see anything, no bans when it comes to who they can date. You never see any biblical laws on who they can do what they want to do and base it off religion. You never see strikes happening, or you never see people not getting jobs, or people not being able to marry just because they want to marry who they want to marry when it comes to heterosexual couples. It's really hard for people to come together and simply worry about actual things that's hurting society, but they're so worried about same-sex marriage when we have bigger and better things like BLM, global warming, children that don't have good homes. It's bigger and better things that we have to worry about than what somebody does behind closed doors in their home. And same-sex couples aren't harming anyone. And for a group of people who's not in the community to make a decision like this, because 9 times out of 10, people who are in the community, that are in the Senate and who are in the House, who are voting on these laws, they're most likely not in the community. So why should they even have a say, or why should they even have a thought on what we can do as people of this community? Some things that I personally think that we could do in order to make this a bigger issue, because they are trying to make it back to where it's illegal to marry the same sex, and I really don't want that to be a thing, because I don't know, it's going to really affect my life growing up, since I am in the community, and I wouldn't want it to affect my friends' lives, my family members' lives that are in the community, and I just feel as though we should come together as one instead of trying to break it apart, because at the end of the day, it's not harming anyone, it's not doing anything wrong in my opinion, and a lot of people's opinions. So one thing I think we should do is sign petitions, like go around your city and have your peers and neighbors sign your petitions and go to your local governmental office and turn them in and just show them the effort that you're making to get these laws not passed and abolished, period. I also think, since social media is a huge thing in America today, that we use it so much and that we use it for everything, why not use it to spread the awareness? Even if you don't even have a lot of followers or people that see your account, anything can help this cause and make it a better situation than what it is, what we're looking at. Another thing is peaceful protests, like MLK. He did peaceful protesting, and he did it where it got people's attention and it got people up their season like, oh, they really care about the situation. So I believe it or not, peaceful protests can get the job done and the message across, and it's been working for years, and violence is never the answer, and it's just going to make them not want to do the job that we're asking them to do. And I just think that signing these petitions, spreading the awareness on social media, and doing these peaceful protests, and going out and just showing that your support, they'll give the governmental offices and people in these higher chairs the thought like, okay, maybe what we're doing is wrong, maybe what we're deciding is wrong, and it's not really good for the people how we think it's good for the people.